Hello and welcome to the ATF Cast. That's anything that fires. Here we discuss science, firearms, the day-to-day, and whether you'd like it or not, we often don't, politics. The bounds are unscribed, the beliefs full of dis, and the bifocals simply unacceptable. We're a pinch of halava and a heaping cup of I don't know what the fuck is going on. So join us on this journey of nonsense in an attempt to learn more, while we do our best to put on a smiling face, keep our eyes upon the moon, and ride the waves of entropy in this ever-changing world. We're the ATF Cast and we're just having fun. I'm your host, Evan, and as always, we are joined by your turbulent co-host, Matt Halava.
Turbulent. Hi, everybody.
And our guest today, Ruggles.
How's it going?
Future co-host of the Turbulent Ones podcast.
Hi, Ruggles. Welcome aboard again.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Yeah, it's been a second. You were on for space talk a while back.
It's like episode 3 or something, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. So now we're just as unprofessional and just as in puberty as always. How you doing today, Pops?
I'm doing pretty dang well. How about yourself?
Good. I'm hungover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that the doctor said that you could drink again.
Now, you see, I got good news from the MRI. It was like I could probably have a couple more glasses of wine. My tolerance ain't shit. So, yeah.
And so you'll build that back up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about it. Riley was hungover too.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever had any of that Four Roses before.
Well, Four Roses, the brand. So, which wine? You guys have a Cabernet Sauvignon, or what were you drinking?
Oh, that sounds fancy. The Four Roses bourbon, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was way off. I've heard of it. I haven't had it.
It is my new favorite.
Okay.
It, like some of the lower quality bourbons out there and give you that strong, like nasal, like chemical type deal.
Right.
This is not like that at all. It is just good, real smooth.
Nice. And one of the bourbons that I've recently enjoyed is Freedom Whiskey. It's a Freedom Distillery, vets and everything. And they have a wonderful bourbon. It's maybe a little for some people, but for me, it's a little. Oh, that's nice. It's got that heat, but not that punch you in the sinuses.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's fine for me. I don't like feeling like I just ate a spoonful of wasabi.
I love wasabi. I'm known to be at the restaurant and then be eating and go. My eyes kind of rolling back and a little bit of tears coming out of them. Oh, it's so good.
Love every moment. We just had a good Chinese meal. We split some fucking sushi and we got some spring rolls and some good entrees and whatnot. But yeah, we kept putting like progressively larger dollops of wasabi on our sushi pieces. And like Riley put a hunker of one on there and like was eating and he's like, oh, I'm fine. And then like it just hit whatever the right spot is right as our waitress came up. So she's like, oh, can I get you more to drink or something? He's like, I was like,
oh, oh, yeah, sweet and iced tea, please.
Yeah,
that was good stuff right there.
We're like sitting there, tears in our eyes from the wasabi. Like, can we get some chili paste?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Nothing like cleaning out the sinuses and enjoying it.
Yeah,
that was good.
You need it right now with the weather change.
Yes, you do.
Riley also almost choked himself on a double decker of sushi. I think the last two wouldn't come apart, so he like fucking doubled them up in his chopsticks and fucking I just hear
Poor guy's got a gag reflex.
Yeah.
See, when you double decker, I pictured you like the two pieces of sushi was just mounded with wasabi, and then you put together like an Oreo, and then just pop it all in your mouth.
We did not do that, but that, yeah, the same time next week.
Same time next week.
There you go. Don't forget the soy sauce. There's a little soy on there. Pop it in.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
I like the sound of that.
Those are some ideas.
I know how to eat.
So today we don't really have a topic, and our guest canceled. Oh yeah, anybody that watched last week, Sam Thompson was supposed to be on, but he had some things come up. So the wonderful Ruggles is his replacement. But I was thinking maybe I could wrangle some military-esque stories out of you boys, since we're sitting here with two veterans, and I like a good story.
Okay, well,
So
sure. There's plenty of stories. Most of them were funny.
good. I requested a certain story from Riley, so maybe he can start, and I'll give you a second since we caught you off guard to, ponder the before times.
Go back and
The Twilight Zone.
yeah.
So yeah, take it away with the Guam.
So Guam's kind of a lawless place. Just to preface this. There's not many rules, and the oldest profession is very prevalent in quite a few places. And the bar we went to every day had one right next to it. So, you get enough drinks in you, and you hear them talk to you, call you over, and you check it out,
No, but go ahead.
So, that was it was fun, but you never quite got there, And we tried the one across the street, and it was much better, from start to finish. It was pleasurable. So we started getting real drunk, and every time somebody else would go to walk into the one that wouldn't get you there, we'd tell them, no, you don't want this one. You want the one across the street. And they'd get mad. Eventually, after 3 months of driving all of their customers away, they came out, these tiny little Asian women, probably 4 foot tall, armed with rice balls and welcome mats, throwing rice balls and swinging welcome mats at us, going, you some bitch, you some bitch. So we're out there dancing in front of them like, me some bitch, me some bitch. And it was just probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had there.
Outstanding. I thought you were going to say Guam. There's a lot of pot-bellied pigs running around,
Prostitutes.
Yeah. Right? Pig,
Yeah.
prostitute, they both start with P. So
that's true.
Yeah,
It's like
I never had to deal with any of that. So never went to any of those locations. Went to multiple strip clubs or whatever, because I was typically the designated driver, and I wanted everyone to come home safely. But it's like, well, let's go here. I'm like, okay. So I'd have like a Coca-Cola or whatever and stand there and get to enjoy the view or whatever. But when the ladies would come up and be like, you want a lap dance for, $20 or whatever? I'm like, no, I'm good. I didn't care what they said. Oh, you gay? What, you don't like women? I'm like, no, I don't like you. Move along.
Yeah.
I was politely rude. So it was, but then I would just watch all these other guys like go to the ATM and get more money. It's like, she's not going home with you. you know, or at least chit chatting with me. She's like, "Wow, you're a Marine." Yeah, I'm in a Marine town next to a Marine base in a Marine bar that has strippers. Yeah, I'm a Marine, right? Don't. Gosh, you must be strong. What a hero. No, I'm not buying you a drink. Beat it. So, yeah, those are typically my experiences. If I was at a club like that, it was like, nope, don't touch me. I had one dancer grab my glasses and put it in the front of her G-string. It was just like hanging out the front. I'm like, huh? Give me those back. The Marine Bart came out and the bouncer came over. I'm like, give me back my freaking glass. She gave them to me. I was like, oh God, where's the head? I gotta wash these damn things. I was so pissed. He's like, once he realized that I wasn't being a prick to her for no good reason, right? He was like, all right, give him his glasses. I got my glasses, and they're like, just went to the bathroom and washed them up. I didn't even want to be in the bathroom. That's gross enough. And now I got to wash whatever might be on my glasses off. So, yeah, that was probably my worst experience at a location like that.
Oh, yeah.
You dodged some eye herpes, potentially.
Yeah, they weren't going right back on my beak.
What's up, shooting gallery?
Hi.
Hi. But yeah, so no rice balls or anything back in your time?
No rice balls. Nope. I didn't get to go to Guam and drink at a bar that had whorehouses next to and across the street they're from. So
it was an experience.
Yeah. Sounds like a good experience. Now, well, that almost would have sounded wrong, but Evan's mom was stationed in Guam. I almost said, well, Evan's mom was in Guam for a while, and that would have sounded wrong. Right.
Thank you for specifying.
Right. So she's in the Navy station in Guam. So she may have some stories or heard plenty of stories of situations like that. But
it was good. Riley actually, he came home on leave and like first time seeing mom in a long while, and she's like, "Oh, hi Riley, how was Guam?" He's like, "These fucking prostitutes were throwing rice balls at us," just like straight into it. I was like, "Wow!" Like, no, waste no time. She loved it. She's like, "What a good story." But, yeah, it was like, "Hi Riley, let me tell you about these prostitutes, Mom."
I'm back. Should have seen the horrors I got.
Yeah, the place it was pretty crazy. In the bomb dump there, it's like tiny shelters, well, large shelters, but surrounded by a huge jungle, basically.
Right.
And the people would get dogs there, but then to ship your pets to your next base would cost thousands of dollars, so they'd just leave them. So there'd be packs of like strange mixes of dogs, anywhere from like a Chihuahua to pit bulls, just running around in the bomb dump, just trying to get food.
Mm-hmm.
And the deer there sound like a human being murdered when they call.
Yeah.
So I keep hearing this sound. I'm driving the truck loaded full of bombs. I keep hearing this sound and I stop, and a deer runs out in the middle of the street, and a golden retriever comes up and bites its leg, and then all these hodgepodge mixed breed dogs come up and they just tear that thing apart right there. And I couldn't do it. I just had to wait for them to get done eating, tear that thing apart and drag it off.
I don't want to disturb your meal. Wow.
Yeah.
That is man, nature is metal.
Nature is metal.
Wild pack of once tame dogs mutilated.
Well, you put someone in the wild and don't give them any food, they will become once tamed as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's what happened with Riley. That's why he's the way he is now.
Yeah.
Well, I
Hard
think
times.
Riley's rather tamed, so.
Yeah, no, it's actually like reverse action. He started in the wilderness and now he's in the corn.
Well, it's easier for a civilized man to be uncivilized versus a uncivilized man to be civilized.
I like
So,
that. Coming with wisdom, like always.
Yeah.
years of I don't know, something.
And that's where the wisdom stops.
Yeah, that's right where it stops. Years of yeah.
That's actually probably one of the most wise things I've ever heard. Years of
years of experiences. You can't just use one word to extrapolate what you want to say. It's just yeah.
Yeah, some things are better communicated via grunt.
Yeah, so some of the best communications is that way. It'd be like, you all right? It's like, well, he's hurting, but he's all right. You all right? Like nothing wasn't a bother, right? So even little grunts and things are pretty well communicated.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, are you okay? And for a few minutes, you're like, nope. These are recognized. Yeah, they're not okay.
Yeah. I was watching I don't know if you ever seen like the YouTube videos where they have like different experts in certain fields review scenes in movies.
Oh, yep.
So they had one of a combat surgeon reviewing, whatever injuries and how they were treated and whatever. But they were going over the scene Saving Private Ryan, and it was just like that. Like he went through and was like, this guy's grunting, he's fine. This guy's not making any noise, he's dead.
Yep.
Like just going down the list. And he was like, it's exactly how it is.
You got to run triage quickly if you have that many. You'd be like, well, where does it hurt? Does it hurt here? It hurts here when I touch here, doc. It hurts here, and it hurts here, and it hurts here. Everywhere I touch, it hurts.
It's because your arm's gone.
No, you have a broken finger. So, when doc gives you 800 milligram of Motrin, and go see him in the morning with a splint.
Yeah, change your socks.
Foot powder.
I saw that pop up on YouTube the other day. I was like, that sounds like a good one. Didn't watch it though.
It's really good.
But if it comes recommended, I have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yep, I like those. Like a combat helicopter pilot explaining some helicopter scenes in movies or whatever, and they're like, yeah, helicopters don't do that. True, but it is great for the cinematography and to get your adrenaline going. Oh my gosh, you see that? Oh man, the helicopter is pulling 3 vehicles and they pulled them back over. No, it just would have been shredded. So being in the military or knowing about firearms or knowing anything can ruin certain movies for you.
Yeah.
Like my boss, Dave, he's a gearhead. And he said he never watched the full first movie of dang, I'm going to forget the name of it.
Fast and
Mad
Furious.
Max.
Oh.
Mad Max. So the original Mad Max, when he was a kid, he was watching it, and they flip a switch, and the blower comes on, and they take off, and he's like, man, that's not the way it works, because the airflow and everything has got to be, so it ruined the movie for him. He didn't watch the rest of it. I'm like, you never see Mad Max? He goes, no. You don't flip a switch and the blower just, your engine sucks in more air and stuff. That doesn't happen. I'm like, I understand. There's some movies that I watch and you're watching a military scene or whatever, and you're like, yeah, it's not like that. All the guys are in the back of a C-130 or C-141 or whatever, and they're just chit-chatting with each other. Hey, in about 2 minutes, we're going to be doing this. You everybody ready? It's so loud in there, you're screaming, and that's where hand gestures and stuff come in. You learn some extra ones.
Jocko Willink was talking about that in one of those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like that guy. Jocko's a good man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like every time you see like an old Western or something, they just never reload. It's like, man, I want that one. Give me one of those.
Right? I want that 32 shot revolver.
Yeah.
That would be one hell of a wheel gun.
Yes, it would. I have a wheel gun. It's an old 32 caliber black powder Navy.
Huh.
Yeah,
I somewhere.
Well, I just recently obtained it after my father passed. It was his.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, boy.
I don't believe I have.
Well, the next time we see each other, you shall.
I can't wait. I didn't know Grandpa had one of those.
Yeah. He had it for home defense, just in case someone broke in. He would grab it, put some powder in there, let a ball, crank the ball down, and do the next one. So then you load up 6 and then put your caps on there, and he'd be ready in like 6 minutes. So
California State ball.
Right. He would have been ready, but Grandma would have already taken it out. So the 6'4" guy would have been loading his gun while the 4'9" Italian woman just used every means at hand to take out the assailants.
Yeah, that'd be fierce.
Yes.
It's scary to think about, honestly.
Yeah, she taught me about improvised weapons well before the Marine Corps did. Like the Matchbox car tracks, the long orange tracks. Whoo, you can get a whipping by them.
Oh, I didn't know that was one of her go-tos.
That's it.
Oh, whatever was nearby. It didn't matter if it was a fly swatter, a spatula, newspaper. Roll it up real quick. Just start. Yeah. Grab you by the hair here or right here. Oh, damn it.
That's why.
Right? I mean, I got in trouble a lot. Damn it. So, well, it was nice having older siblings because I learned what not to get caught for.
Yeah. How to get away with it.
Yeah, I may have done it, but I didn't get caught. So those are important things, So when people say, "Hey, have fun this weekend," I'm like, don't get caught. So don't get in trouble. Don't get caught. Have fun. Don't do stupid things.
Yeah, doing stupid stuff is fun.
Right?
Yeah. Getting caught is not.
No. Like another stupid fun. You always do stupid fun in the military because you become bored.
Yeah.
So one of the stupid fun things is you could the racks, the beds, they're just like a spring on the bottom, and you have your prison mattress up on top. So you can tell the guy that sleeps on the bottom bunk, don't go to bed yet. Wait till so and so goes to bed, because you can remove all the springs on one side and some of just the corners. So as the person jumps up, because a lot of guys would kind of grab the rack and just swing up there like Tarzan and flop onto their bed. But as soon as they would flop onto it, the springs on one side would teeter down and fold, and they would slide the mattress and themselves into the corner of the wall. And you just hear a bunch of muffled cussing.
Yeah.
That was always fun. I do that stuff on occasion. We would play a lot of practical jokes at each other, but it's all in fun. You never did anything to ruin anyone's gear or actually hurt them. right? You don't mess up their stuff, and you don't actually hurt them, but most anything's on the table.
I should have my dad on here. He has a story where he was in the Navy, and
Yeah.
whenever they'd get a new guy on the ship, they'd call him up there to I forget the animal. They'd say they caught this animal on the deck. Everybody needs to come up and see it. But everybody would already be waiting up there, and the new guy would get up and they'd start like soaking them with fire hoses and beating them with this and that.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When I changed duty stations, one of the times, the guy saw I was a total newbie or whatever, so we're getting ready to work on the vehicles first thing in the morning, and one of the guys told me to go to supply and get like 150 feet of flight line. So flight line is just where the aircrafts land, that's the flight line. So I'm like, 150 feet of flight line, you need any more? And they're like, no, just 150 feet will do it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I headed off towards supply. And as I got around the building, instead of making a right to supply, I went back to my barracks and went back into my room, grabbed a Coca-Cola or whatever, started playing video games. I was playing Aliens, playing video games. Guys came back to change for lunch because we were just in shorts and boots and, just our kind of like our exercise fatigues or whatever. And they all walk in the room. They're like, dude, how long you been here? I'm like, flight line. You think I'm an idiot? I'm not going to supply looking for flight line. So they thought I went to supply, and the supply sent me here, and then that place sent me there, and here, and there, and there, and there. So they thought I was just getting bounced around all day, and they were rather proud of themselves until they walked in and saw me enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Not that way. I was playing video games. That would be embarrassing.
Oh, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Can you shut the door? I need 3 more minutes. It's like the place in Guam that doesn't satisfy.
Yeah. We had this one guy. I don't even think he passed his ASVAB or, he was pretty dumb.
Well, you can't be pretty dumb in the Air Force. He's probably so smart, he's an idiot.
That might be it.
Right?
He squeaked by somehow. I don't know if he just, picked C or whatever it was, So he squeaked by. But we had to go wash the trailers, and we took had him grab a bunch of plastic bags to collect water droplet samples. So we're spraying off all the grease points, and he's just there getting drenched in all the mist, holding this bag. And we told him when he's done, you got to take it over here, have him analyze it. And so he goes and does it. And they were like, okay, but what bag is for that trailer? And he's like, oh, I didn't label the bags. So he comes back to the shop, and he's like freaking out. And then the shop chief walks in, and he's like, what's going on? And I was like, shit, I'm caught, And he told him what was going on, and he was like, you didn't label the bags? And I was like, oh man, it's working. And he was like, I guess you got to do it again. So we went back down there with fresh bags and sprayed them down again.
Yeah, we would have fun with that. Tell some of the guys that had winter air in the tires and it needed to be, changed out the spring air, or on the large light armored vehicles, we tell him he's got to double check for the muffler bearings. You got to get your arm all the way up in there, and well, I feel something. Yep, that's the muffler bearing. Then that's the packet. And they go, okay, and they pull their arm out. It's just black.
Yeah.
So lot of fun happens to the new guys
Oh yeah.
and gals.
Makes you stronger.
It does. It just lets you pass on things.
Yeah.
One of the radios that we had was PRC 77, so prick 77. And a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps is the rank of E7, enlisted 7th tier, right? So some of the new guys would be like, hey, go ask the gunny for prick E7. Oh, okay. So he'd jog over and ask the gunny for prick E7. And the gunny would just go off on him like a drill instructor. He was just yelling at him. The guy's doing push-ups, flipping him over, doing sit-ups. Oh, jumping jacks now, jumping jacks. So he's just, oh, what a horrible few moments. And then get him to a position of tension, be like, now that is a prick. E7. And they walk off. We just, all of us are in tears laughing. Thanks, Gunny. Like, you're welcome. I'm going to beat your asses later, though. Okay, Gunny. You know?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. There's a lot of fun and camaraderie that is in and between all the other crap that you may have to deal with.
Yeah, the best memories are always the worst ones. All your worst times is what you look back on like, that wasn't so bad. That was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to do it again, but
Don't want to do it again. Yeah. One night we're in a security compound and just had some downtime or whatever, right? Nothing's probably I'm going to go take a shower. So I'm taking a shower and then the damn alarm goes off, so now you have 72 Marines jumping up or however many and grabbing all their gear to head out and secure the entire area. So now I'm running out of the head. And I got to run back into the berthing area to grab some of my gear and get dressed. I'm butt naked. I just turn the water off and take off, right? Because I'm just going to grab my stuff and get going because you got to get there as fast as possible. So as I come out of the head and start turning down the hallway, all the Marines are coming out of the berthing area. So I'm like, don't touch me, I'm naked. I'm running down between the street, I'm naked. The guys are like trying to hug walls. They don't want lava smacking into them. It's just kind of parting of the Red Seas, but everyone's still bumping into each other. I go and get dressed and grab the gear from the armory and get in the vehicle, and then two other guys get in the vehicle. So I wasn't the last one. I'm like, what the hell took you so long? I was buck naked, had to go get dressed, grab my gear. Oh, we hurried. Okay. So, I forgot about that. Running buck naked through a bunch of guys. There we go. That's
what a sentence.
Right? Yeah, a lot of times I say things and I go, I could have rephrased that or phrased it differently. And I don't think I'll ever have that as a bumper sticker. I ran naked through a bunch of men.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I have those lines on record, Show your grandkids one day. You want to see Grandpa talking like an idiot?
So if I ever run for president, be like, well, I don't know about this guy. He ran naked through some men one time. But I had just cause.
I'll have tons of hit pieces when you run. I'm fucking ready. Your campaign's going down.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right, yeah.
Kind of like when I ran for a senior class president, guys bet me that I couldn't. I was like, oh, whatever. So I ran for class president. Like the last day, you can get everyone. Last maybe 2 days, you can get everyone to sign the petition to put you on the ballot. So that was probably like a Wednesday. So they had Thursday and Friday, and then Monday come into school and like senior class presidents Matthew Halava. I'm like, nice. My sister is in my homeroom. She turns around and is like, you got to figure out prom and graduation, and I'm like, oh, didn't even think about that. So if I ever run for anything again, I will ponder it longer than, yes, I bet you each $20 per person.
So you come out of it rich then?
I had some money, but I wasn't rich.
Okay.
High school rich though.
Oh yeah, high school rich. Ooh,
Yeah.
I could have bought a beater.
Yeah. You could have. You're too busy planning prom.
Yeah, I would mess with people. They're like, so what do you think about prom? I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to the Marines. So I'm thinking like a kill 'em all, that God sort 'em out kind of thing, like a Vietnam prom. And all the chaperones have to wear the rice hats and black pajamas. Man, people were petrified. Oh, why the hell would I do that? I don't care. We'll call it Stairway to Heaven, just like all the other proms throughout the U.S. And just be this little, woo.
Yeah.
So we had a good time.
Damn, that dates you. They were doing Stairway to Heaven themes.
You want to see the Stairway to Heaven?
Nice.
Yeah. Keep it up, boy.
That was a good one.
Yes. Thank you. But yes, they were still doing Stairway to Heaven. So that was 1990.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank my dad.
Yeah. God, yeah, how's your hip? You need that replaced yet?
Ooh,
Couple of
self-burn.
months.
I think my dad's prom was probably somewhere in the early 70s.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot that your dad's older.
Yeah. Actually, he didn't go to prom because he joined the Navy when he was like 16 or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So he didn't even have one. He
He's
missed
like,
it.
I don't need prom. Yeah. I'm going to go to the Navy ball. Who needs a prom?
Yeah.
Did you guys have an Air Force ball?
Oh, I don't know.
It depends on what base you're located at. Yeah, the first time I went to an Air Force base, it was Langley, and I never saw no salute zones before. Right? Because there's so many officers, you'd be walking all the way from your vehicle to the structure, just saluting the whole time. Well, I wasn't in no salute zone, but walking past a Air Force captain and giving him proper morning, sir. And thank you. He thanked me for saluting him. I was like, it was really weird, right? And then I report into the building that I was supposed to be at, tell them who I am and who I'm supposed to be there to see. And I see a colonel walking by, and they're like, "Morning, Steve." And they're like, "Morning, Dan." Well, Steve's like an airman. You just called the colonel by his first name, right? It was such a culture shock.
Huh.
But, yeah, I guess they work closely together and rather laid back at that location.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Yeah,
Sounds pretty
because
laid
by your
back.
expression and everything, you didn't have those experiences. You're like, "Hey, Dan, how's things?" Do push-ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna sponge down a C-130 and like it. Move along. Damn it.
Yeah. That didn't happen. We had we saluted if an officer's in a vehicle and you're walking down the road, you have to salute the vehicle that they're in.
Right. Yep.
The marked vehicles. But they had like the darkest tint on the windows. And if they're like parked in a parking lot, you have to salute them still because they're still an officer in a marked vehicle. So you just have to be real good at guessing.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're just saluting an empty car.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah, I had a lot of new Marines that would be saluting senior chiefs and chiefs and stuff in the Navy because their stuff shiny.
Yeah.
So as soon as they just saw something shiny, they're like, "Morning, sir." Like, come here, Marine. This is not an officer's rank. So some of the guys are really cool about telling them, and some of the other guys are just like, "Beat it."
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy seems mean. No, he's just. Let's look at the rank structure again. Explain things to him. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah. I remember seeing at Lackland when I was there for aircrew training. They had a bunch of Navy guys there, and we're waiting to go into the chow hall, and there was like one of them just like talking, with his, I guess, seamen, and I was like, man, that's pretty chill. They're just talking to this officer like they're best friends or something.
Right.
But he wasn't. He was like, just like higher enlisted.
Now, when I got stationed in Lejeune, one of my wife's cousins was officer in the Marine Corps. So, do you ever meet Brian, Evan?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So he picked me up from the airport and took me to the receiving building or where I need to be out in June. Because, yeah, why not? You got a cousin, so he picked me up at the airport and everything, and he helped carry my bags. So when I checked in to the building I was supposed to be at, I had this captain carrying my bags for me and putting them down. Anything else? No. Okay. Hey, good. See you later. Thanks. Off he goes, and all the guys are like, "Who the hell's this guy? Freaking captain's carrying his stuff." I'm like, I'm just a corporal. I'm nobody, but I got a captain carrying my stuff, so they were all freaked out by it. I didn't tell any of them that he was my cousin.
You're like, oh, he must be one of those corporals.
Yeah, it must be one of those corporals. I don't know, man. This guy, he's got a captain carrying this shit for him. It's like a joke years ago that Ronald Reagan told about Gorbachev, so the Russian president at the time. Gorbachev was running a little late, came out of his home, was going to get in the vehicle, and his driver opened the door for him. He was like, no, get in, I'm driving. He's like, what? No, sir. He's like, I don't give a crap. So Gorbachev gets in, and he's driving, just hauling through there. And the police officer pulls him over, and there's two cops off to the side. One police officer takes off after him, pulls him over, and they were supposed to give anybody a ticket. They didn't care who it was. The guy's got to get a ticket. So the police officer, after a little bit, comes back to the other police officer that was parked there and pulls up and like, get that guy a ticket? That was a good one. He goes, no, I didn't give him a ticket. It's like, what? We're supposed to give everybody a ticket. He goes, look, I couldn't give him a ticket. Like, why didn't you give him a ticket? He's like, I don't even know who the guy was, but his driver's Gorbachev. So it's just like, that's a pretty good one. Reagan was good at telling some of those jokes. They're probably funnier back then because, things that are going on. And a lot of people probably don't even know who Gorbachev is.
It's like basically the same person as Putin, right?
Right.
Like
yes. He was the president of the USSR at the time. Yeah.
But he was like about as evil, right? Or like
no, I they're a different culture, slightly. So I don't know if they're actually evil. I don't even think that Putin is evil. I I don't think he's evil. From other things I've seen of him through time, I don't think he's an evil man. He's a smart individual. He must have some damn good reasons that he's doing what he's doing. We have no idea, as most people have learned in the last couple of years, you cannot trust the media. Because if you listen to the media, they say that rockets are, in the middle of Kiev and things are exploding and there's Russian vehicles everywhere and just gunfire, Molotov cocktails. And then you get on your computer and you look at the traffic cameras in Kiev, the live feed. People are just walking along. Here comes a car. Two people cross the street. It's like, what they're saying and what I'm seeing are two different things. So you got to believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see.
Yeah.
Because can I trust that live feed is actually a live feed, or is it a live feed from 3 weeks ago? It was recorded live, but so I have no idea what's going on. But I don't think that President Putin is an evil man. Just some evil stuff's happening right now.
Yeah. I guess that's really like what I meant,
Right.
I think most.
That was just my long way of agreeing with you.
Yeah. I think 98% of people don't have bad intentions in their heart.
Nope.
I think when people do make what other people see as a bad decision or do or say something mean, a lot of it's just them picking between two evils.
Yes. They say whatever you project into the universe will come back to you. Right? Makes sense. If you're going to be rude to someone, expect them to be rude back to you. Right? That's why you're supposed to do unto others as you want done unto you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Treat them the same way you want to be treated. I think when people are happy and they're excited and they're better in their life and their cup is going to overflow, where are they going to overflow if they share that joy and happiness and love and appreciation to other people? That helps fill their cups. So the more people's cups that start getting filled and overflowing, that just spreads, right? When people are bitter and angry and they don't have anything there, they're just rude, they're mad, they're missing something. They're not sure what it is, but I think that's why they get angry and whatnot. And I'm not talking about like world leaders and what's happening in the world. I'm just saying, in general, any human, right? So if they are filled with joy and appreciation and love and some type of excitement, and they share those things with others who are willing to accept them and hear them, right? Because sometimes you go up to someone and you're like, oh my gosh, hey, did you see this movie? It's so, and they're just grumpy as hell and they won't even listen to you. Well, that grumpy as hell is going to make someone else grumpy as hell, because your joy didn't work. But the more joy you can spread and help people feel good, better the whole world would be.
She just got wholesome up in here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that, did you?
No. I want to hear some shit stories or something, but now I'm inspired.
Oh, shit stories. Yeah. So another fun thing I used to do.
I was ready. I'm pretty sure there's at least a handful of stories.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to share some of those. There's like family wholesome stories.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So at some point, mm-hmm. I may at some point share a story of what MREs will do your intestines after a while. If you don't drink enough water.
That's a good one.
Drink enough water, right? So you feel like Play-Doh factory
down in there. Yeah.
Yep. Got to make sure you eat that.
Yeah.
What?
Everyone's like, "Oh, the gum is a laxative." Well, it could possibly be. I don't think so because you're supposed to drink a quart of water with every meal. Most people don't, you know. So hydrate.
Yeah.
So
They
the
have
gum makes you shit, huh?
they're two like
Chick
ibuprofen sized pieces of gum and well, I don't know if they were always, but now they're in a red wrapper.
That sounds like a laxative.
Yeah, right. Back in my day, it was a clear wrapper.
Oh,
So
they were really trying to
yeah,
get you back then.
yeah. I mean, and you had two white ones, or there'd be a green and a white one. So I don't know if one was for daytime or one for nighttime. You know, and the sad thing is, all of us, all the guys always said that gum is a laxative. I'm like, well, then how do we know it's gum? Maybe it's a suppository. Right? But then I also figured that if it was a suppository, it would have been torpedo shaped versus a square.
That's true.
So, yeah, those edges would get you.
Yeah. Yeah. I never ate them. I didn't want to find out.
Not you. It tasted like gum.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like the gum you would get out of a little 10-cent gum machine. So it had flavor for like 3 minutes, and then it was just that.
But it didn't make you poop a whole bunch? You didn't expel everything?
No, I didn't have lateral spray while I was standing there. Sound like a Mack truck going by. No, I never had an issue with them.
Huh.
But I also didn't eat
10
10 pieces of gum,
Yeah.
So I did enjoy back in my day. You got little bottles of Tabasco sauce.
I think they
That
still
was
put
nice.
packets in there. Now they're packets, not bottles.
That's a shame.
Oh.
The bottles are dope.
The bottles are dope. I probably have some in some ammo cans and stuff around here or whatever. Probably gave some to your sister when she was younger because she usually has a bottle of hot sauce or something in her purse.
Yeah, she's always been a freak. Yep.
Yep.
You got to keep it close. I got some hot sauce right here. It is
right
hurt.
there. Yep.
Yeah. Slap your mama.
Slap your mama hot sauce.
Yeah.
Dude, I got some Slap Your Mama seasoning.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ATF Cast brought to you by Slap Your Mama. We should reach out.
My mama slaps back.
Yeah, Grandma's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma's scary. Yeah. I've got an MRE in the closet. Maybe we can have the gum.
I mean, I have a little bit of a drive. I don't know how.
Pop it like halfway through your drive.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a Duke and Duchess station or whatever, it's halfway, between you there. So
It's corn. It's empty fields.
There's a lot of corn. They could use some fertilizer, I'm sure.
There you go.
Yeah, but if the cornfield's been leveled, you're just out in the open for that.
Well, that's not my problem.
It's just when you find a guardrail to sit on and sit over, give yourself some structure.
Yeah, right into the creek. It's like that's a good porta potty right there.
That's a good porta potty. And then if someone comes by and says, "Were you pooping?" You'd be like, "Nope." Water's moving fast. Prove it.
Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Yeah, where's your evidence? So.
I always keep an extra pack of baby wipes in the car just in case, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Baby wipes, paper towel, toilet paper, trash bag, right? So
It was that
Having kids keeps you prepared.
what's that?
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn. One of the funniest guys. I don't know if you've ever watched him, Bob, but he's good. And he was just telling a story about how he was shitting in a Frisbee in a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's like car broke down and he had a shit, so he was like, all I had was a Frisbee. You know, it's like a bowl. It's like a cup. And they're like, what? No. Why don't you just get out of the car and shit? He's like, in a tunnel? You don't fucking know how tunnels work, do you idiot? So good. I was like, man, usually if it's like, oh, I need a shit right now, I don't think a Frisbee could contain that kind of situation.
Yeah.
If it's an emergency, I need a shit. The Frisbee's not
Yeah,
going to help.
if it's an emergency, I mean, it at best case, it's going to be like, you know, Dairy Queen soft serve, and maybe if you wiggle a little bit and give it a little swirl at the top.
Oh, yeah. Best case.
You know, but at some point it's just right. But yeah, if you're about to pop, better be a big Frisbee.
Yeah, it really got me thinking. I was like, how big of a Frisbee?
Yeah.
I need to put a trash can lid in my van.
Yeah. Just keep a bucket back there.
Yeah, nothing like a good Homer bucket and a pool noodle.
They make attachments for 5-gallon buckets now. For you to shit in them.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
That's genius.
It's genius. You gotta respect the development of necessary tools such as that, or products such as that.
Yeah, shitting technology's come real far.
Yeah, I think Uncle Carl installed like a $4,000 toilet bidet system or something. I don't think it was that much, but you know.
I bet he's doing it more and more too.
So, you know, you can choose your water temperature setting. I'm like, what?
Hell yeah! You don't want a cold bottle.
No, you don't want a cold bottle. That's why you with ice. So,
they had them in Guam in some places.
Yeah,
they're nice. It's efficient.
It's efficient. Keeps you clean.
Keeps it clean.
That's what.
And the water temperature feature is not to be underrated.
Well, I wouldn't expect it to be underrated. Much rather have something that's not a surprise temperature hit you.
Yeah.
Especially right there. Right? So
yeah.
Bullseye. Gonna wake you right up.
Yeah. That might be good though. You know? You don't have your morning cup of coffee. Just
that's true.
Turn that thing on ice water.
Keep it icy in the morning, wake you up.
You're like, hey, yeah, I didn't have my coffee. I'm getting tired. Can you hit me with the squirt bottle? You awake yet? Yeah.
What a different world it would be.
Yep. Man, you look real tired. Super soaker. That'll light you right up.
It makes me think. Have you seen that video? The guy is they made like a homemade slip and slide in a circle, and he has a rope he's holding on to, and the guy in the middle of the slip and slide is on a 4-wheeler whipping him around. And he's sliding around on his butt real fast, and then he lets go, and you see him slide like on his feet, stand up at the very end, and water just flushes out. It's like, man, one way to do it.
Yep. There's like the people that water ski on their feet, and then they see them fall on their butt, and then they get back up on their feet. It's like, whoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be gravity's gonna bring that water out.
Yeah.
Man, I never thought about that. That's rough. I'm learning a lot this evening.
Right? It'd be really rough if you hit a branch. That will.
Ugh.
You remember Scarred on MTV?
I don't think so.
With Papa Roach, and they go over like all these like sports injuries from like people skateboarding and stuff.
Dude, I do remember that. Some dude split his balls open on a handrail.
Yes. That's exactly what I was going to bring up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait for your punchline? Nope. Evan's got it. There you go.
Yeah. He was rollerblading. He was rollerblading and his feet just spread. And at the end there was like a little triangle razor blade at the end. Split him right open.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
That's funny.
Years ago, a buddy of mine was reshingling his roof and slipped and fell and landed on a chain link fence.
Oh, fuck off. God damn it.
Yeah. So you heard shishing. Hello. I don't know exactly what the sound was, but I imagine it was pretty loud.
Is he still with us?
Yeah, hearing about
Yeah,
that.
he's still with us, and he's down. He was born with 2. He's down to 1.
Oh,
So, yeah. Apparently, they put in a weighted something or other, so it still looks right.
yeah. They put a counterweight in there.
Yeah, you know.
Do they?
Yeah, dude. You can't be walking around with a misaligned sack. Wax sack.
Why? Just for image purposes, or does it mess
Yeah, I mean, like how many people see it,
Yeah.
Knocks your balance off. I don't know.
right? You're out front having coffee in the morning with your foot up on the counter. Yeah.
You fucking freak. Your nutsack looks
You know, man
flat.
comes by and you're like, your sack's off. Like, yeah, I know. This is an accident, but the garage looks great.
Oh,
I didn't know that. They got prosthetic nuts.
yeah.
Prosthetic. That's the large word I was looking for.
Mm. Ow. God damn. Grandma just pulled out a fucking hair from my face. Jesus Christ.
So that's enough nutsack talking.
That's good. It was just the one really crazy prostitute interaction in Guam.
Yes, that's a yes. I mean, they were keeping people safe from not going in there. So,
That's right.
Yeah, he was doing his duty.
I don't like how long you had to think.
Well, I was just thinking there's so many more stories, but I probably shouldn't tell them.
Yeah.
Not on a recorded system, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we could save it for the turbulent ones.
Yeah, we'll save it for that. Yeah.
There you go.
Whew. It's good times, good times. I know some of those stories, actually. They're good. Yeah, maybe the ATF Cast is another place for them.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? I mean, there's we could push the limits on occasion, but certain things are probably, I mean, we don't want to take away from your guys' structure and the ability to grow your base off of fun stories. We don't want to use them all up here.
You know what? I appreciate that, Paul.
Oh, you're welcome.
So all your crazy stories that you're holding back on, you come on the turbulent ones, you tell those, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The concept of the show is everybody gets to drinking for like an hour or two, right? And then we go live.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll still be like this.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Drink
Yeah.
pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Really
Oh.
hard.
Okay.
The goal is to be definitely inebriated.
I don't think I've ever seen my father inebriated. A little
Never?
buzzed once.
No. Yeah, you probably saw me buzz once.
Bree said he walked kind of weird once at Ren Fair. It was that rum. He missed like one step in your stride.
Oh, I had a broken heel on my pirate boot.
Uh-huh.
You know, the sun was in my eyes. There's a dog barking. Some little kid ran out from a bush. There's a squirrel jumped at
I
me.
drink a lot of rum. Yeah, all kinds.
Yeah,
All of those things, all of those excuses could be true.
Yeah.
they could be,
Mhm.
right? They
That's
may
like
not
the
have happened
only
at the
environment
exact same
all of
time.
those could be true.
Yeah. Anything can happen there. Like you're drinking out of your red mug now.
Yes, I am.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. Great Lakes Medieval Fair.
Nice.
It was a good time.
I need a good chalice. A good old
Well,
big mug.
you need something like this.
Yeah, for my beer.
All right. Well, I have like 6 or 7 of them or something. I don't know.
Sold.
Sold. So, yeah, you get to pick your poison.
Hell yeah. Can't wait. I'm going to
Well,
come
you
right
get to pick your mug that you put your poison in. Right?
Rat poison.
Yeah, you know, because Chalice from the Palace has a fellow with the poison, but the vessel with the pestle has brew. That's true. And
What?
What? But the servant from the palace broke the chalice with the palace that had a fellow with the poison. So now the flagon with the dragon has a fellow with poison, and the vessel with the pestle has a brew. That's true. It's an old Danny Kaye sketch from a movie. So I think it was Court Jester was the movie, Danny Kaye. So
I don't know any of these words, but I'm going to look into it.
you should look into it because it's rather humorous.
You say
You would
Danny
enjoy
Kaye? We're going to do a live
Danny?
Google.
Yeah, Danny Kaye,
How do you spell that?
CAD.
Kay.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
look, there you go.
Look at this guy.
Whoa.
Oh.
Black and white.
I know that guy.
Well, this one was in color. I think the first movie that
Second one.
he did in color was maybe White Christmas with Bing Crosby. That was,
You know, I
that was the
actually
first
watched
movie by Vista.
White Christmas this year. Well, most of it.
Yeah,
Usually, like,
good movie.
yeah, Brie and Mom always loved it. I was like, ugh, musical or whatever. I don't know. I'd go run off and play with my toys. Fucking #Christmas. But Brie and I are sitting there watching this year. I was like, damn, this movie's really good.
Like,
Look
this,
what I've been
this is
missing
actually
out.
really good.
Yeah. Huh. Who'd have thunk it?
Mm-hmm.
Court Jester. Okay, I'm going to stick this in my to-do.
Yes,
Mm.
It looks
you will enjoy it.
trippy.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading the description,
Oh.
man.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. This? It was
Yeah,
taking you
I
that
don't
long?
have my readers on. I don't have my readers on.
Bifocals. Simply unacceptable.
Well, at least you didn't say, Evan, read to me like one of your French girls.
Yeah, he would say that. It's just because we're live.
Yeah. Got to keep some public appearance, you know?
Well, exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Until the Turbine one comes out, then it's out the window.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be good. We need lots of mics and things. We got it. Now that I have this fancy fucking setup, we got to get you a proper little podcast and set up with a boom mic and the whole shebang.
Who, me?
Who? You? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get you some pink lights.
Pink lights?
Just seemed right. I don't know. Do you have a different preference?
No, I think a nice pink glow would
Suit your personality well.
Yeah, that's suited. Like, hey, hey team. Yeah, no, you didn't. No.
I'm ready for that. We're going to do a special pink episode of the ATF Cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be great.
We can get some boas like Johnny.
Dude, and you can have Pink on the podcast.
Dude, she would love to come on our little podcast.
She would.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to get Trump on here too.
So that would be a fucking grab too. You know what? You got to reach out and do some what do they call that? Some casting, some
Fishing,
fishing. Yeah, fishing is
go.
the one I was looking for.
Casting, fishing, yeah, recruiting, searching, investigating. Yeah. Maybe I'll send him a. Oh man, Trump probably doesn't have Twitter anymore. I'll just have to DM him somewhere.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he has his own social media now. Last time Nathan got on video games, he was like, "Oh, I'm about to be friends with my boy." I was like, Nathan, go home.
Dude, he should be the first guest on the Turbulent Ones.
Okay,
dude, who better than Nathan?
You're like, well, I'm not sure what you're doing here, but it's going to be big. It's going to be real big, so big, ginormous, huge.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be good. We gotta talk about acquiring mics and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
we're gonna use that table right there. Boom, boom. Yeah, you see that? You see that in the dark?
No.
In the dark with sunglasses. This camera actually does a pretty good job. This studio is dark.
Yeah.
Dark. Yeah, mine isn't dark.
So. Yeah, it's very well lit. You have nice art. Yeah, you got it going on. I got some slap your mama.
Slap your mama.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of art up there. It's a work in progress.
That's looking good. Let me check something out here.
Have more art.
That's a good one. I need to get my pen and ink framed. Where do you go for framing these days?
Well, you can get framing material from like Joanne Fabrics or Michaels or some places like that.
I suppose I could do it myself.
Yep. You're wise enough to be able to do it yourself. So
you're gonna have somebody else
to stretch
frame a picture for you.
What? This is really funny.
This is really funny. I gotta tell you a good story.
I'll explain my stupid laughs in a second. I was thinking, like fucking fancy professional shit. I was just watching like. Hold on. I need these back on. I was just watching a stand-up comedy special this morning. And dude was working the crowd, and he was like, "What do you do for a living?" He's like, "I'm a picture framer." He's like, "That sounds fucking stupid." What? You frame other people's pictures? Yeah, that's fun. I was like, "Well, of course. If you want it done very nicely, then y'all just fucking attacked me." So I guess he was right.
Well, I also guess that if you find the right size frame for a picture that you already have, right? So some frames you can find at a good yard sale because they're selling the entire picture for $1.50.
That's
and
true.
If you bought the frame, it'd be $75. So
dude, it's gonna be yard sale season. I got an episode idea. Why don't we do a live cast yard sale hopping?
Gary V style.
Yeah, Gary V.
Yep. You just be like, "This is stupid." Throw it down and then give him $5 for it because you shattered it.
I never thought about that for him. That sounds like fun.
Make sure you ask him if you can, do that first, off camera, and then we'll go viral with a real situation video.
Mm-hmm. I think we just got to go in there spicy. Don't say anything. Walk up, look them in the eye, break their chandelier.
You're like, run. Oh, look at this tchotchke. Dumb.
Tchotchke.
If we do this, we need to go back to the west side.
Oh, west side. Yeah. That's
west side knickknacks, tchotchkes. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
You might find some meth in one. No problem.
Well,
good. It might not be meth, but it might be crystallized something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't buy used bedpans.
Oh God. That's
Got to be.
fucking nasty. We're about approaching our time, so I'm gonna try to figure out, be a proper host here, and see what our next episode is. We don't we don't have anything written here.
Oh, it's a freebie.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's gonna be a deep dive of something. So
Deep dive.
yeah.
Yep. Had a buddy of mine. He crapped his wetsuit one time. So, if you know anything about those, they don't stretch. So things just. We'll go over that story another time.
I mean, if
You
we're
said
gonna
deep
finish
dive. I thought of scuba dive, wetsuit. You
Yeah.
know, because you have dry suits or wetsuits. This was a wetsuit, but
is he still with us?
yes.
Oh, that's a pretty traumatic experience.
Well,
I don't know if he was
to
making that or
my
not.
knowledge, he is still with us. So yeah.
Man, that's good.
Oh,
That's good. He made it out of something crazy.
indeed.
So yeah, next week we're going to talk about fire safety.
Okay.
So-
Well, we'll talk about fire safety, but it doesn't mean we're staying on that topic.
I respect that. That's wise. Yep, we're going to do that.
Because fire safety, I mean, it branches you're going to want a water source like a hose or a fire extinguisher or something of that nature. You got a nice little bonfire going out back, cooking s'mores. What's your favorite? I don't really do s'mores, but I like my marshmallows kind of brown, almost crispy, but not crispy. Right? Get that.
I like
spot.
mine black. I like because then the crispy exterior just slides off, and then you're left with still
uncooked marshmallow.
Right.
uncooked marshmallow, and then you can just burn it again. It's like I'm pretty sure it gives you cancer.
Probably, at least in California.
Yeah.
And then you can get to the point where it's on fire and you go, and you sling it like you're casting, and then just the end that's on fire or the outer portion that's on fire and gelatinous goes off on top of the roof of the shed, and then you go, and you just put it back in there. And I didn't do that, but I did yell at the individual that did.
Was it Hunter?
Hunter's name. I can't tell you it's Hunter, but it was Hunter.
It was Hunter.
Yeah, what do you do? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, but don't do it again. So,
I miss that, man. I think I told his driving story on here way back when. The loading dock.
oh yeah, when he drove off a loading dock in his Jeep because who puts a loading dock there, and who drives in the middle of the night with your headlights off?
Well, we were sneaking around in an abandoned building, Paul.
He's like, "Whoa, we're driving around an abandoned building. I don't want the cops to see us." Well, now I know why you drove off of a loading dock.
I technically did get the Buick high centered on a curb that night, but I didn't drive off a loading dock. So
Yeah.
I also got air over the train tracks. Christian, at like the last second, was like, "Oh, these ones aren't," and then we're like midair. Good. Ah!
Yeah, that's when your co-pilot should talk to you a little bit sooner, especially when you're in their area. So
Yeah, that was good. But then I felt much better about myself, being that. Yeah, well, we all know that.
yeah, you're like, man, I feel like crap. Oh, you did way worse.
Dude.
I feel amazing.
Hunter and Nathan on an episode. Now that's how we go viral. I love them both.
Yep, you
But
guys will have a good time.
yeah, we're an hour and 20 minutes in on our interview of our guest. So
And we learned that he's good at dodging rice balls and getting out of the way of welcome mats.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
If it was
And
a sport, I'd be Michael Jordan. The
Ooh.
best.
we could make a sport with
Nice.
that. Another summer idea. Get the boys together. It'll be like, I don't know, rugby or something. Does that involve balls? What's rugby?
Rugby does have a ball in it. It's like football, but
Yes,
crazy.
rugby is closest described to football.
It's all
Not
confusing.
all those helmets and padding and stuff, though. So
but they have less injuries.
they do.
It's weird.
They know that they're going to get hit hard. So I don't know.
That's true.
Rather than drilling someone into the ground super hard, your helmet's clack. If you run into someone in rugby, that's your skull against their skull. So
It's true.
mm-hmm.
We used to play Tyrannosaurus in marching band. Is that what we called it?
Y'all played a lot of games that I didn't want to part in. So,
Yeah. It was dumb. We ran around and headbutted each other,
yeah, I was not
Basically.
a part of that.
in a way. Look, you're proud of me for other stuff. It's okay to have a fucking miss here and there.
Well, I understand playing dumb games with your friends or whatever, like that. Someone looks at, and then you punch them, right?
I think.
So I never really played the game, but when I was in the Corps, one of the guys was like, "Hey, Halava." So I looked, and then he punched me. So I punched him back, and I hit him right in the sternum, and why'd you hit me? I'm like, dude, why'd you hit me? He said, it's a game. We'll find out if I'm playing first. And
That's
all
fair.
I know is you say my name, I look to see what you're doing, then you punch me. You're getting punched back.
It was like the punch bug game. Remember that? Every fucking VW Beetle got you walloped.
Punch bug. Got it. Bug. I thought it ended with a double T. Like punch butt?
Hey, look, it's Swamp Dog. Hey, Swamp
y'all.
Dog.
Outstanding.
You came just at the right time because we're closing this bitch up, as we always say to close an episode here at the ATF Cast. We're very consistent here.
Is that what we say? Starting now or something? It was like, okay. Yeah.
It's episode 16. We still don't know what we're doing. The
We'll
show
find our
will
niche.
find itself at like episode 100 probably. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Oh, hold on.
And don't forget to tune in to us next week when we'll be talking more about some other things.
We say that. We say that all the time. Yes, sir. We'll be talking about some
Good
other
job.
things.
Ooh.
Swamp Dog was supposed to come on our cast back before we took our hiatus. So, Swamp Dog, let's talk to each other. And
Absolutely. And I think it said have us on his.
I would like that. Yeah.
As would I.
And on that note, with a burp to the keystone, the whole project. Have a good one. We need an outro, an official outro.
Well, you have two of them.
Let's
That
close this.
usually throws people off. People say, have a good one. I say, hey, you have two of them. And then they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, so what's the good one I'm supposed to have? Well, you're supposed to have a good day. I'm like, well, I want you to have 2 good days. It's fun saying stupid shit to people and watching their faces.
And that's why we're here on the podcast.
To watch other people's faces. Okay.
Yes.
To watch each other say stupid shit, I guess. Well, I've had a great time. Riley, thanks for coming on and bullshitting with us and having no real direction. It's been a pleasure.
Blast.
It has been a blast. I've enjoyed it.
It was awesome.
So catch y'all next week. We'll actually be on Wednesday, and I don't know. Keep your eye on
Unless
the
we're
moon. and
not.
shit. Have two of them. Have two good ones.
Have two good ones. Even if they're not in a row, have two of them.
And cue out cue music.
Oh.
We out.